cracking open the scar tissue, whatever it is that we did. And every time I went to do a lunge of any kind, I would get physically nauseous to my stomach. I couldn't do it. So if you're rehabbing a knee, one of the things we talk about, there's no blood supply to the knee, am I correct?
It's minimal in certain areas.
Right, so you want to kind of squeeze your muscles so it kind of helps lubricate that, am I correct? Spend enough time that scar is good for something. So, come out and do a nice lunge for me, and do a spin jump while you're doing it. And you tell me and tell me how it feels, how much stable.
I know.
Are you coaching? What are you doing?
No, I don't stand right. This is comfortable for me. Look, look at my knees when I'm right.
I think you're fine. Okay.
I've been like that forever.
That's okay. So what is a lunge for you?
Probably because of the
no cartilage in my kneecap.
Well, don't do anything that's uncomfortable, but I'll tell you what. This, because it's spinning, will just give you a sense of balance that you've never had before. And don't go up and down. Just find it and hold it. Even those subtle movements, just to do that is a good knee problem. Yes. Now, nice. Now you can do walking lunges. Again, it takes your mind off of doing that, and you know the value of just lunges. So now let's do that little challenge here. So now you're gonna, every time you come out, you're gonna go in, and most people do this, right? You come up. Well, try not coming up. Try just coming in.
Oh gosh, worse.
But I'll tell you what. Go, come on. Yes, nice. Keep spinning. Nice.
Oh, you got it. Because you can hit them together.
But tell me what's firing on you.
Everything.
My core, big time.
Is that killing your ears?
Yeah, that's good stuff.
Oh, wow.
So good, yeah.
And you're doing it just fine. That is beautiful.
It's good, Christine. That's good.
Yeah.
Now, so even though you got this angle, now the question then goes, how low can you go with it? So the question is, how low can you go and still not move anything? Can you go past? I mean, I gotta tell you, everything fired.
Yeah.
Look, beautiful.
Yeah,
Great, but you're smile.
Concentrate.
I know, what does it do for the legs and lower body? It does everything for the legs and lower body. And I don't want to do much more than just sculpt these things. Okay, so speaking of that, everybody get on a wall. Yeah. Yeah, little space right there. All right, so,
oh, no, because I'll hit
who
you.
has a cell phone? Can you just see how long we
I
are?
don't have a timer on it.
I got it.
You got it?
Yeah.
But you're not doing it anyway?
Yeah, I'm not doing it anyway.
All right, so do me a favor. What?
I'm going to do up against this wall here.
Okay, nice. And you guys can do me a favor and just kind of grab various faces and just whatever we're doing. If you want to move that camera a little bit to grab some of these guys over here who'll be moaning like the girls.
You have 90 degrees.
Up to 90 degrees. You put your feet out. And just start spin jiggle. Yeah. Spin jiggle for me, please, if you would. Yeah. And I should give something special to the winner. I don't know what that is yet. I'll figure it out. Now, actually, the other thing is relax. And here you can punch. You can do whatever you want. So help me understand what's the value of what I'm doing. Are you kidding me? All right. Well, hang on. Sit. No, sit. So what is what if I said it was $100 for the winner? How far are you going to strike down? Brad's happy to give you $100. So what are we doing right now?
You're taking your mind off of doing this.
Right. What's the value of doing that exercise medically?
So it basically loads your spine, makes your spine contract to help keep you in this posture, as opposed to just your quads.
Okay. And so most people do this for how long to get a benefit?
I rarely get them past 15, 20 seconds, maybe 30 on a good day.
Rarely 15, 20 seconds. But there's no real value in 15, 20 seconds, is there?
If they're really low level, you're getting some stabilization in the hips,
Okay.
in the back.
Whatever,
starting
punch a little bit.
stages.
Change it up. Make it a little easier.
My knees are burning a little bit, guys. I don't know about you.
Yeah, but your thighs are burning, but you
Last
can...
all day.
Wow! Wow, that's a challenge. I love that. Last all day.
Turns that $100.
Yeah. Wow, okay, Sam's out. I love it. My boys are continuing. Okay, out. I got 3 guys left. Interesting. Actually, 2 guys and a really sexy girl. Now, what do you do athletic-wise?
Everything.
Like what?
Run, sprint, go, stairs, lift weights.
Okay, I'm out.
Plyo.
It's you and me, huh?
All right, I don't want to kill you guys. I have a lot more cloud.
I'll never go as far as she will, I can tell you
Really?
right now.
By the way, she's making it look very easy. So what she's discovered through her athleticism is a level of ease. You're not stressing. You kind of got that, I'm going to do endurance here. And you can do that and still do that.
$100, man.
He does not have that level.
No,
me.
Wow. All right, well, that's kind of good. So we're going to stop it at 2 minutes and 15
I
seconds.
could stop because it
Okay.
is burning pretty good.
Because you're on fire.
But he was
2 minutes and 15 seconds.
But that was beautiful.
That's longer than I would normally go.
And I've had people last 6 and 7 minutes. Obviously, this is the first time you're doing it. I know, it's pretty crazy. And they're older people, too. So since we're down here, everybody come down over here. You guys all come over here. Come back into a little circle of strain, of pain, or whatever it is. Lean, come out a little bit. Feet on the floor. We're not done. It's tough, though, isn't
We're
it?
going to do abs, aren't we?
We're going to do abs. We're going to do abs. All right, so you got some good shots up there? So I love the fact that you're in a chair, my modifier over here, because most people love to sit in a chair. I don't recommend getting on the floor for anything. But there's some fun stretches to do down here as well that I really love. But as long as you got a chair with no back, as long as you lean back and you spin gym, you won't fall. I very often take people and just push them back and I'm like, oh, I'm like, spin gym, you're fine. All of a sudden, like, oh, that's why you have abs. Okay, so just spin gym for me. Lean back, a little hard on the tailbone. Yeah, nice. And don't scrunch your neck when you do this. Kind of give yourself a nice, like looking where the ceiling meets the wall. No, not at the ceiling though. That puts your neck in an odd strain position. I tell when the ceiling meets the wall, when you lean back, is usually about where you want to go. There's a ease to it. You're not straining your neck, and you should breathe. Pick up one leg and just try it, and then kind of come in and out and rock a little bit. Nice. Change legs, and again, now see how easy you can do it. Because now we're not trying to do the workout. We're just trying to get positioning. Nice. So off of your abs, pick up both legs. And out. Nice. Put both legs down, turn to the left. Parallel to the floor, other left. Oh, it's okay. Nice. Nice. Arch your back, straighten your arms. And then go to the other. Because if you don't straighten your arms, you don't access your obliques. And as much, as deep. Nice. And then come back to center and just give a nice rest for a second. Kind of feels like you did a whole lot of sit-ups.
Add up.
No strain on your neck. No pulling. Yeah, okay, I'm biting to it. Now, while you're down here, thumbs, just use your legs. Spread your legs. And just use your legs. Now, you should not use shoulders at all. Let your hands go along for the ride. In fact, you can hold it out here. Nice. Put your hands on the outside of your knees. It works better. Nice. Sit up a little stronger. And squeeze your belly and squeeze your butt. Again, it's what you think. Pick up your left leg. And just squeeze. See how deep am I squeezing? Am I doing my sphincter muscles? Is really one of those things that's going through my head right now. And that's like, oh, well.
I feel it in my hip. Yeah, me
Yeah,
too.
other side.
Yeah.
Great. So I'm traveling. I'm in a hotel room. I'm playing whatever I is. I mean, one of the things, the biggest value I believe is for us to create the videos that they take home with them, or the downloadable. It's not a piece of paper. You're in a hotel room, and I'm sure your client said, I don't have time to work out. I couldn't get to the gym. I forgot to do that. Well, guess what? This little thing pops up. Here's your 5 minutes. If you can't do 5 minutes, then you're not committed to getting healthy.
Right.
That's how I feel. So, unwind it, if you would. Nice, just stretch. Literally, just put it over one of your feet. Pull. Well, that's kind of funky, right there. Again, I don't have a towel. I've been working doing other things, and I haven't had. You can use both feet, doesn't matter. But nice. I have that little when you have somebody pushing. Or there you go, just one foot this way. It gives you that little added stretch. I love that. I love all of this. Again, it's just an added tool. It's like having a yoga little square. Now here's another one that I absolutely love. If you go, you scoot back a little. If you go and put it behind your, okay, I just love this one. So, oh, that was my mic. So you're gonna go up here. You're gonna open up to one side, and you do your chiropractic stretch. And I'll tell you what, when you do this one, it's heavy. Because you are pulling through all of here. Can I see you guys try that?
Leg over stretch.
Yep. Do you? Let me see that. And then just tell me how this is an added benefit by having this. So lie down. Put your fingers behind your leg.
Hamstring stretch.
Oh yeah, I was gonna go leg over, so I'm cool with
Well,
that.
Your hamstring first.
So do your hamstring
Oh,
first.
okay. Oh, and then we're just going like this.
Yep.
Got it.
Yep. And actually put it around your ankle. Get it further out. Put it here.
Make you stretch more.
Well, it does make you stretch more. Isn't that beautiful? Now pull your foot up towards your nose.
It's like I don't
No,
know.
keep your legs straight.
Huh?
Keep your legs straight.
Up to my nose. That's about as good as it gets.
Just a little bit. Now open to the other side. Change hands with the wings and open as wide as you can.
Sorry, ladies.
Oh,
Oh,
opening up. I feel it.
Right.
And this will be the X-rated version of spin gym rehab.
Right.
Is that nice?
Yeah.
You're right there, Dr. Hartman.
So I go both ways, and because you can control it. Oh, I'm nervous. But I love how that looks just great. It just gives you that little added, you know, that whatever it is that you need. I like that too. Okay, any questions?
I think for me, you know, the more we do it, the more I see there's definitely opportunity to kind of use this in a rehab population. I worry about patients overdoing things, so I am curious about the one that's a little lighter than this.
Yes.
That would start out.
Yeah.
Some folks not going to do so much.
Oh, absolutely. The thing about the one that's lighter, and I do have those, is it's very spunky, and it doesn't create as much
It's
muscle
faster,
burn.
it looks like in the video.
It's a little faster because it's just lighter, and I only have the 2 speeds because no one needs heavier than this. I will take any bodybuilder, professional athlete, and they can't do much if you put them in the right position. What we're doing right now with baseball guys,
What is the weight of it?
this is actually pound and a half. The other one
Oh.
it doesn't actually matter. It's the combination of
Yeah.
how you're spinning it. It's the torque that actually matters. So for what we'll do here, this is actually a baseball one, but do this for me. Have one hand in space and just move one hand out. Or in his thing, what now he's doing is he's actually taking thumbs, going in the direction of where you want it to go. Point your thumb in that direction and don't move your other hand as though his whole thing is throwing athletes or putting it up here.
And he uses this for a lot of the deceleration activities for pitchers when they come through.
Yeah,
so
so-
like extra rotation, this sort of stuff.
Well, here he'll do this too.
Yeah.
Everything that you
It's
can do with,
massive. It's huge.
you know, if you take a baseball, but you do all of these,
Said
you know,
you're loading.
oh my God, I can only do a couple. You don't want, it turns out you don't want it any heavier than this. There's no pro athlete that's ever said make it heavier.
Right.
And if they do, they're just not doing it right.
Right.
Put it where it needs to go, burn that out, and you're done.
Yeah.
In fact, most of the athletes apparently have been complaining because it's like, it's really hard.
Yeah.
You said you used a baseball, that's kind of cool.
Yes, I've got to tell you, I mean,
Grip.
putting kind of the whole grip is kind of funky.
I can see that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
there you go, but that's exactly what you're doing.
Uh-huh.
That's huge.
So he's coming up with a whole bunch of, you know.
That is, yeah.
Now, also for tennis players, I got to tell you, you're doing your backhand. Well, how do you train for backhand? I have no idea. You have to just play tennis is what you do. No, actually, it's this way because I'm going to hit my racket this way. I'm going to follow through with it out, no, elbow a little bit. Don't you kind of follow through that way? But don't break your wrist. And I actually thought about putting a racket or something on the end of this so that you had that holding of that motion. What is that all about? You know, and they get a difference when you see somebody do it this way versus when you kind of straighten them back up again. I have not found that most people overdo this. They just can't. Having said that, every once in a while I will get a carpal tunnel person saying, you know, oh, my doctor said cause carpal tunnel. I'm like, well, don't,
Yeah,
I'm not 10 hours a time, being 5 days a week for the last 10 years.
yeah. Thank you very much. Yes.
But technically, you've already shown that you can put